Okay, I'm live. Can anybody hear me? Is anybody in the chat? Jedi Alex, welcome. Good morning, Vietnam. How's everybody doing today? Jake Owens, welcome. Gonna get started in a few minutes here. Now, last week we ran into a snag where we actually went over the 8 hours limit that YouTube allows for a live stream. I don't think that will be a problem today, mainly because it's fewer matches. Some of them are a little short, so I think we'll be able to get through this in under 8 hours. But just in case, I'm going to be monitoring it, and I think if I've got my kickoff time right, we have until 5:55 p.m. So if it looks like we're running long, I'll stop the stream and then just start another one, and then we'll just finish up from there. That's cool. You got the party at Jedi Alex's place. Good morning, James George. How you doing? My weekend's been good, Jedi Alex. A little relaxing, but I got a lot of stuff done, so that's good. Give it a few more minutes before we kick off here. Yeah, we're going to be starting with Wrestlemania 2000, specifically the Triangle Tag Team Ladder Match for the WWF Tag Team titles. The Hardys, the Christians, the Hardys, the Dudleys, and Edge and Christian. Should be a good one. We're actually going to get to see eventually in this live stream when we get to in this live stream series, I should say. Eventually, we're going to get to WrestleMania 17, and the TLC match from that show was also selected by you guys. So we're actually going to get to see both major WrestleMania TLC matches. You know, this one is technically not a TLC match. It might as well have been. That should be a tag team gimmick, the Christians. Yeah, why not? All righty. Oh, a couple of video updates. I've actually filmed my next Kaiju Corner, which is going to wrap up the Gamera movies. And I filmed my latest Star Wars review. And hopefully both of those get uploaded without any audio issues. I think I've resolved the issue, but again, we'll see. Hopefully that choppy audio problem no longer happens. But those should be posted later this week. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do a top 10 video this month because I ran out of time and I didn't have time to prep or prepare or make one. So it's like I think I'm going to have to just pull one out of my ass if I'm going to do one at all. So it's probably, if I do one, it's probably not going to be great. If I don't, it wasn't meant to be. I wonder how often Teddy Long rewatches WrestleMania 2000. Oh, I think it inspired him. It's the show that gave him his chops as GM. You know what this show needs? More tag teams, player. Mania 2000 was the first Mania you ever saw on pay-per-view. I'm sorry. That was your first? I mean, you did get the ladder match, so it wasn't, like, completely awful. We Are Pro Wrestling. Hi, welcome. Top 10 tag team matches. Dude, I would need a lot more time to prep for that. My top 10 favorite tag team matches. I would almost have to break it out by era and company to narrow it down to 10 and make it a lot more specific. If we were going to do generally my top 10 favorite tag matches of all time, I'd be here all day. All right, it's 10 o'clock. I'm going to go ahead and press play now. Once again, we're starting with WrestleMania 2000, the ladder match. The Dudley Boys defending the WWF Tag Team titles against Edge and Christian and the Hardys in a triangle ladder match. So very innovative and influential match. So let's get started. Amazing offensive display. That's a great way to put it, JR. Your first Mania was 11. I am super sorry. Wow. Yeah, so this match was kind of the birth, although I would argue the tag match between Edge and Christian and the Hardys, the ladder match they had at No Mercy 99. But this match was kind of the start of the let's throw a bunch of people into a ladder match and have them fall off of stuff for 20 minutes. That type of like, oh man, it was kind of the birth of that. And I've said it before, I don't dislike those type of car wreck matches, but they're not my favorites either typically. But this one was very innovative for its time because there was nothing else quite like it. And also, it really did feel like all three teams belonged in there at the top of the food chain. So it wasn't like they just randomly threw people in there. Like the Hardys and Edge and Christian had their issues going back to 1999. The Dudleys had come on the scene and really taken over, and they beat the New Age Outlaws for the tag titles at the previous pay-per-view. The Dudleys put Terry Runnels, who was the Hardy Boys manager, put her through a table. They had the first ever tables match at the Royal Rumble in 2000 between those two teams. So it made sense for all three teams to be put together in one match is basically what I'm saying. Jake Owens, your first Mania was 17. That's a pretty damn good one. Kevin Steen's first wrestling show was Mania 11. HBK Diesel made him want to be a wrestler. It's like, well, you know, I guess some good came out of that match. Remember when your channel was called NYG for Life? I changed it because that name was horribly dated. It looked like a 1997 AOL Instant Messenger name. So it's like, it just looked horribly dated. I needed to change. Didn't you once compare these multi-person car crash matches like to crack? I guess you could say they are kind of like, they're structured in a way where they're kind of on crack, where it's just like a bunch of random shit happens. And there's typically not a lot of structure to it, but, you know, everybody gets a high off of it. Your first Mania was 19. That's a good one. Remember when Bubba got that 1,000-yard stare when he would put people through a table? Yes, I do. That was actually a nice little character trait. Should have made it your Twitter name. Dropkick by Christian. A wrestling move. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're like a minute in. I haven't seen any ladders yet. That's amazing. Got Edge and Devon in the ring. Everybody else is brawling outside the ring. At least it looks like the guys not in the ring are doing stuff. Nowadays, it just feels like they give center stage to like one or two guys, and then everybody just lies outside the ring doing nothing. Thoughts on Roman being on Raw tomorrow? I mean, what's he going to do? Is he just going to celebrate Ric Flair's birthday party? Whisper in the Wind by Jeff. On to Bubba. Guy, remember, this is when Jeff had the pukey yellow hair. Back body drop by Bubba. Here you go, full Nelson bomb, Bubba bomb. Oof. Today is the 5th anniversary of the WWE Network. Oh, that's cool. A worthwhile product if you're a wrestling fan. I wouldn't be able to do stuff like this if I didn't have the WWE Network. All right, our first ladder. Christian tries to climb. Knocks Matt off. Vince wants to rush Roman's return for Mania. They can't. If he can't get medically cleared, he's not going to be at Mania. So. What went wrong, Shelton Benjamin? Well, for one thing, they broke him away from Charlie Haas way too soon. They should have been a tag team for years and years and years. But they tried too hard to create the next Shawn Michaels or the next Bret Hart. So we're going to break up tag teams to get them. It's like, dude, but they were in Rockers and Hart Foundation for years and years before getting singles pushes. Poetry in motion. Into the ladder. Ooh! Christian just took a nasty shot. Hardy's clothesline Edge with a ladder. Damn. It took me a while to figure out this wasn't the first TLC match between the three teams. Well, it kind of is a TLC match without officially being called it one. The first official TLC match was at SummerSlam later this year. There's Matt. Elbow drop off the second rope. What is Devon selling right there? That is... He was like spasming. It looked weird. Jeff with the DDT on Bubba. Not wrestling, but I got to know, you feeling ready for Endgame? My concern with Endgame, and I said this when I reviewed Infinity War was great. The problem is that I know they're going to cheat that ending. Oh! 450 splash by Jeff, but he crashed and burned on top of a ladder. How is Jeff Hardy still able to walk after all the shit he's done to himself? Devon Dudley is deathly afraid of heights. I don't blame him. And you know, the funny thing about ladder matches, the ladder, the TV, oh, senton splash onto a ladder by Bubba to crush Jeff. But you know, TV doesn't capture just how tall those ladders really are. It's not unless you get like the Wile E. Coyote cam shot that Jerry Lawler used to call it. Now Matt gets crushed with a ladder. How's Mick Foley still able to walk? I don't know. Didn't they have a match on an episode of SmackDown between SummerSlam and Mania 17? They had one right after Mania 17 with Jericho and Benoit added to the mix. Jeff must be Mick Foley's real son. Yeah, that indestructibility gene. You should do a video on the top of a ladder. I don't have a ladder tall enough to make that work. And I wouldn't even know where to film it. Everyone's down but Bubba. Oh, here we go. The airplane spin with the ladder. This is a neat spot. Edge goes down. Christian goes down. Jeff goes down. Matt goes down. Bubba takes all four of them out. What went wrong, Mr. America? I don't even want to. Ooh! Christian drop kicks a ladder into Bubba's face. Edge and Christian, I should say. Sorry. Edge sets up a ladder in the corner. They got Devon. Edge and Christian have Devon. What are they going to do with him? Oh! Ooh! And just force him face first into the ladder. Was Flair's injury from the ladder at 22 legit? I don't know. That's a good question. I actually don't know. If you were handling everything, who wins Joe Angle 1? And how long do you wait to do the rematch? I would have probably had Joe go over in the first match after like a year-long build-up. And then the rematch, like save it for like 6 months later or something like that. I would have spaced it out. Christian with the big dive off the ladder to the outside. I'll say this, they've got like the pace and the action continuously going. It doesn't feel like it's just an endless cycle of like singles matches. Edge with a spear off the ladder. Jeff Hardy goes down. Thoughts on Bruce Pritchard being hired for creative in WWE? Well, that pretty much kills his podcast, doesn't it? Are they going to let him keep doing the podcast with Conrad? I'm kind of like, if that kills the podcast, I'm like, oh, just made my workday a lot worse off. Dream promo battle, Iron Sheik and Conor McGregor. Oh, Jesus. That'd be one. I'd pay just to see that promo. Oh, we got Razor's Edge. Oh! Razor's Edge, like, into a power bomb on Edge by Matt Hardy. See, there's the camera shot right there of like the Wile E. Coyote cam. That looks a lot higher up when you got that angle. Oh, the box of gimmicks? Yeah, he'll bring the box of gimmicks back. Who the fuck is that guy? Did Jake Roberts and Roddy Piper ever feud? Not that I'm aware of. Ooh, Christian just threw a ladder into Devon. Bubba's setting up a ladder. Christian's climbing a ladder. He just punched Christian in the ass. Now Bubba sets up another ladder. What's he doing? I bet the Dudley boys were great with erector sets when they were kids. Oh, a cutter? A diamond cutter off the ladder? Yep. Ooh! Oh, God, Piper and Roberts promos, yeah, they couldn't work today. Because how do you script those guys? Yeah, the promos in a Jake Roberts-Piper feud would have been great, but as far as I know, it never happened. All right, Christian's out of the ring. Whee! Replay. We'll find out the status of something to wrestle probably this week. If it stays, it'll probably be tamed as hell. Yeah, probably, yeah. Ergo, not as good. Up, the Hardys doing some ladder double teaming. A leg drop and a splash onto Bubba. If this were a regular match, they could pin him and it would be over. Well, back then maybe, not now. Ooh! Jeff just went flying out of the ring. That's not a safe way to take that bump. Who are 5 WWE wrestlers you'd like to see face Naito? Probably like Seth Rollins. I would say AJ Styles, but I have seen that match. Daniel Bryan. Uh-oh, Edge and Christian. Double superplex off the ladder onto Devon. Devon with more of that weird selling. What are you doing, dude? And Bubba just goes into the steel steps. The Hardys will probably go into the Hall of Fame before Christian does. I mean, the Hardys deserve it. It's not like that would be a huge crime. Ergo, something else to wrestle with in the WWE Network, a.k.a. not as good. Favorite wrestler of the 80s, 90s, and 2000s? 80s, I would say probably Randy Savage or Ricky Steamboat. 90s, I'd probably go for either Shawn Michaels or Bret Hart or Sting. Of the 2000s, I'd probably go with I was a big AJ mark in the 2000s. But Edge is up there, you know, Eddie's up there. Ooh! Hardy and Christian go for like Russian leg sweep off the ladder by Edge onto Matt Hardy. Based on overall talent, who do you prefer, Edge or Christian? Edge overall. I think Edge was a more dynamic character. Christian was better than him at earlier points in their careers, but Edge developed better as a main event star, I think. What about the 2010s favorite wrestler? Oh, God. Probably Okada. I'd probably go with Okada. Would you say AJ Styles is your favorite of this generation? He's up there. Punk was up there, too, for a while before he left. Daniel Bryan's up there as well. Oh, we got a tables chant going. This is a ladder match, fans. Now everybody's climbing a ladder. All 6 of them are climbing.
Everybody's trying to climb the ladder now. Everybody's trying to get within arm's reach of the tag team title belts. We got all 6 of them up there.
How would you describe the first 10 years of ROH in a paragraph? Oh, God, Christian and Jeff go flying out of the ring. Bubba gets knocked off. He pushes everybody off. Matt Hardy and Edge get crotched, and now it's just the Dudleys in the ring. They've got this one won. They're probably doing Jay White versus Okada at Madison Square Garden. Yeah, I think they wanted to do Omega versus Okada, but then Omega left. Yeah, JR's calling him the belts. Uh-oh. He's going to get fined. But anyway, first 10 years of ROH in a paragraph, I would say a lot of great effort, a lot of young talents being showcased, a lot of great matches. Probably the hardest working promotion in America in its first decade. Even if not everything worked and maybe they tried a little too hard with trying to make every match amazing, the effort was definitely there always. Christian gets sandwiched in between the ladders. Now what the Dudleys are going to do. "3D!" Edge is down. The Dudleys are the only ones standing. Uh-oh. They gonna get the tables. They getting tables.
What are you doing over here? Bubba Dudley just took the table right up in front of us. Devon's got a table on the other side. I was calling the damn Dudleys.
Those damn Dudleys. That's what JR used to call them, those damn Dudleys. Keep in mind, this was right at, they went on a binge where they started putting a bunch of women through tables, and it culminated with them putting Mae Young through a table, and then the next week power bombing her off the stage. It's like, wow, these guys are fucking heels. Like, they are fucking heels. 3D or Doomsday Device? Honestly, I kind of like the 3D more. 3D or Shatter Machine? I would say the 3D. The 3D was just so freaking cool. I have a friend who hates Omega and says Jay White is the top 10 wrestler of all time. Oh, now they've got a table set up on top of two ladders because they're crazy. What went wrong? WrestleMania 13. One match was great. The rest of it was forgettable as fuck. The powerbomb to Mae Young off the stage, you thought it was cool when you were 6? Apparently, Mae Young wanted the Dudleys to powerbomb her off the top of the cage. Jesus Christ, she was crazy. Crazy old lady. I mean, how can you say no to anything when Mae Young's willing to get powerbombed off the stage? If you're a worker, it's like, I don't want to do that high-flying stuff. It's like, Mae Young just got powerbombed off the stage. So, yeah. Omega versus Okada would have been amazing in MSG. Yeah, I agree. Thoughts on Undertaker being at StarCast, too? I mean, that's a nice attraction if you're going to be there at StarCast, I guess. Kind of neat. I don't know if it means anything about Undertaker's status with the WWE or anything. What went right, Mania 11? Not much. Not much. Salt and Peppa's performance was pretty cool. It's a shame it's not on the network. May had to tell Bubba not to take it easy on her. Good Lord. Well, I remember when Terry Runnels went through the table and Bubba took like 90% of the bump. Like, he really took it easy on her. And then he did it to Trish, and apparently Trish told him, don't take it easy on me, and she went thwack right through the table. I mean, Trish's powerbomb through the table looked nasty. Bubba's got Matt. Yeah, that's Matt. He's going to powerbomb Matt off the, I remember this spot. He's going to powerbomb Matt off the announce table through a table that he set up next to it. Oh, Devon went through a table. He was trying to slam Jeff. But Matt goes, powerbomb. He's dead. Remember Dixie Carter going through the table? Yeah, I do. That was actually one of the best things TNA has done in like the post-Spike TV era. That was post-Spike TV, right? Oh, no, that was at like the tail end of Spike TV. Like, that was getting close to the end. Anyway, it was actually like really well done how they did that. I got a thrill out of stealing kitchen utensils. Okay. Have you heard the rumor of Kurt Angle having his retirement at Mania this year? I have heard that rumor. I hope it's true. Because Kurt, like, I mean, granted, Kurt, there's Jeff. Oh, right in his face. Ladder tossed right at him as he was going springboard outside the ring. Thoughts on the Bellas? I mean, they got better as time went on, but at the same time, it's like they got the spots that they got because of who they were dating. And you can't convince me otherwise. I mean, oh, there's a mega ladder. Super, super tall ladder. The famous highlight is coming up. How would total Bella Cena talk about Brie Bella? Brie Bella is practically she's practically family at this point. I love her like a sister, but she did break the house rules by bringing a dog in, and that disappointed me. I think the dog needs to go. Need to call animal control, take care of the dog, and that's how I feel about Brie. Funniest thing about that, because I did see the one with the dog bit Cena, and the joke I always make is, you know, in the movies, the dogs can detect when there's a Terminator nearby, as in a fake human. I'm just saying. Dogs can, in the Terminator universe, dogs can detect fake humans. Ooh, Christian just hit Bubba with a ring bell. Ring bell again. Oh, and Christian eats steel guardrail thanks to Jeff.